Here are a list of tools you will need: a die grinder, a hammer, roll pin punch, some tape, a wire wheel, drill bit, measuring tape, rivet gun and rivets, drill, and some safety glasses. You will also need a welder if you have access to one. Using a hammer and a roll pin punch that fits, hammer out the center of the rivets. Using a drill and a drill bit that fits, drill out the rest of your rivets. The size that fit mine was a 7/32 bit, but size may vary depending on your exhaust. Holding the exhaust, wiggle the end cap until it comes off. If the cap does not come off, check to see if any of the center of the rivets are still in. If so, use the roll pin punch and a hammer to knock them out. I forgot to record this, but to remove the baffle on the other end cap, you can either wiggle the baffle or tap the baffle lightly with a hammer. Then you can proceed to remove your packing. Using a razor blade, clean up the inside edges of the exhaust pipe. Measure and mark off how much of the pipe you want to take off. Since this was a 20-inch pipe, I took half of it off, making it a 10-inch pipe. I then marked it in multiple places to help lay out the tape that I'll show you in the next step. To help keep a line, use some tape to go all the way around the pipe. Make sure the tape is straight. Using a die grinder and a cutoff wheel, follow the tape line and cut all the way around the pipe. Using the piece of pipe you cut off, mark the inner baffle for cutting. Using a die grinder and a cutting wheel, cut the inner baffle at the markings. What I am doing here is using the excess baffle piece that I will not be using. I'm cutting an 1.5-inch sleeve that will go inside the two pipes that you'll be joining for the baffle. What I'm doing here is just cutting a slit all the way across the 1.5 inch piece so that it will fold in on itself. Using the 1.5 inch sleeve that you just made in the last clip, fold it in on each other until it fits snugly inside the pipe, then join the two pipes together. Using a welder, spot weld the baffle in multiple places. I then put the baffle and end cap into the pipe slightly to mark out where I can drill new holes for the rivets. Using the proper size drill bit, drill out the markings where the new rivets will be going. Measure and cut out the amount of packing material you will be using. Using the correct size rivet and rivet gun, rivet the end caps and metal bands back onto the pipe.